Hello. Welcome back to JustRP. So today, after seeing a bunch of comments on my last video, as well as a lot of people joining the Discord and asking in tech support or forum support questions, I figured I would make a tutorial on how to both get whitelisted and join JustRP, as well as how to set up Teamspeak, and then maybe kind of get started off once you join the server for your first time. As again, these servers or servers in general usually it is really nice to give you guys a little bit of an idea of how to get started off on the server so you're not completely lost, and hopefully this video helps a bit with that. So again, first off, we're going to be talking about how to get whitelisted, how to make an account on the forums, etc, etc. Then we're going to be going over how to download Teamspeak, set up your Teamspeak, and make sure everything is working well with that. And then we are going to be, of course, going in game and showing you guys kind of how to start off on the server. Again, we're not going to be going super in depth into all the in-character stuff, but we're going to be going over basic stuff such as going to get your license, the job center and how those different jobs work, and a couple other things. So again, let's first off start with how to get whitelisted on the server. Then again, we're going to be moving into those other categories, and you can also check in the description, or you can just scroll along the timeline of this video and there should be timestamps for the different sections we are going to be talking about. Now, of course, first let's start off again with how to get whitelisted on JustRP, and for that we're going to be having to going over to the forums, which again, the link will be in the description. So let's head over there and get started on how to get whitelisted on JustRP. Now, if you clicked the link in the description, it should bring you over to this page or this forum right here, and what you want to do is at the top right where it says login or register, if you don't have an account, which I'm guessing if you're watching this video you probably don't have one, you're going to want to hit register. Here it's pretty basic, obviously pretty straightforward. You're going to enter in your username. For this we'll just do testy, or I guess we'll do testy tester. That's what I wrote before when I was testing it. You're going to put in your email, of course, so let's do one for this as well. You're gonna put in your email there, then you're gonna put in a password. Of course, just make a password. Again, all this stuff is pretty straightforward. Of course, you're gonna want to do I'm not a robot, agree, and then hit register. And after doing that, you should be sent an email. All you're gonna have to do on that is just hit confirm your email, or you should go to your email. Of course, you may want to check your spam folder in case it is sent to your spam. You're gonna want to just click on that email, hit confirm, and then you should be able to go. We're just gonna refresh right here to make sure it gets us in. I think we're good. There we go. Thank you for registering. Your registration is now complete. And then again, you should see your little sign in up here with your name and everything like that. Then after that, what you're gonna want to do is go over to the whitelist app again at the top of the forum. Click on that, and they'll bring you over here. What you're going to do is, of course, fill all of this in, and please make sure for the questions to do have a minimum of words. Please make sure you meet that minimum of words or you will be denied instantly. And then what you're going to do again, entering your Discord name, date of birth, all this stuff. Now again, the Twitch username and such is not needed, but you're able to put that in there if you want. But for the Steam hex, we're going to quickly go over to vacband.com, this website it says right here, and I'll show you guys how to find your Steam hex ID. So let's go over to, again, vacband.com. This link will be in the description as well, and I'll show you guys how to find your hex ID real quick. Alrighty, so again, now that we're over on vacband.com, what you're going to do is enter in your Steam ID at the top right here. Again, mine's Desirino, as you can see, but if you don't know how to find your Steam ID, as I had a lot of people asking how to find their Steam ID as well, all you're going to have to do is go over to steamcommunity.com. Of course, go log into your account, and then at the top where your profile is, just click on your little Zez thing, or your little, I guess, name of whatever your profile is./ profile, and then you should be able to, if we go like this, should be able to see your Steam ID right here in the top. It goes steamcommunity.com/ID/ and then this right here is your actual ID, and that's what you will be putting on the vacband.com website. So again, let's do that regular. Again, our ID is Zezarino, so what we're going to do is go on vacband.com, look up Zezarino. Again, capitals do not matter for this, thankfully. Hit the search, and it should bring you over to your profile. You'll have a bunch of information about your profile here, as well as use nicknames and such like that. And here you're also going to be able to see where these numbers are, where it starts off with 11 and then it says hex at the end. This is going to be your hex ID. So what you're going to do is just copy this, nothing more, nothing less, just this. You're going to copy it again, Control C, or right click and copy. Then of course, go back over to your application, go to Steam hex, and that is where you're going to want to post your Steam hex. And that should be about it. And then of course, just fill out the application like normally, hit submit, and you should be all good. Also, please don't spam the submit button. It may break sometimes, and make sure if you do for your backstory and such, you maybe copy it before you submit it in case there is some glitches like that. But again, all these fixes should be fixed by the time this video is out. Now that you have submitted a whitelist application, we're going to go over back onto Discord, which I'll bring it over to here, I guess. And here you should be able to see if you are approved over in the whitelist approval. Make sure you are also part of the Discord when you are applying, as it does let you know when you're approved. You will be sent also an email, I believe, and get a little notification on the actual JustRP website when you are approved. But if you are part of Discord, it makes it a lot easier. And there are also a lot of important information that you'll want to get by joining the Discord. Again, link in the description. You'll be able to see different change logs here. You'll be able to see staff announcements, of course, the server announcements, and a bunch more, as well as a little start guide here, which may help you out, as well as this video, of course. But I definitely recommend joining the Discord if you are going to be joining the server. We also will be announcing different server events here as well. Now that that's over with, we're going to go again. If you are approved, we're going to talk about now how to get onto the Teamspeak and make sure that is all working correctly. So again, as it says actually in this quick start guide right here, you're going to want to go over to this website to install Teamspeak free. Again, just click on that. Boom, it should bring you to a website. And with this website, again, if you are a 32-bit operating system, download the 32-bit. If you're on 64, obviously download the 64-bit. We are going to download the 64-bit, although we already have it, so we can kind of skip the step. But again, if you don't have Teamspeak currently, make sure to download it here. Again, we are going to probably be switching over the voice server in the future, so be sure to check the description of this video, see if it has changed. But again, right now, we are on Teamspeak. So what you want to do, again, hit download it, and then once it is downloaded, we will go over how to join the Teamspeak server and set up your Teamspeak properly to make sure it's not annoying for either you or other players. So let's go over to Teamspeak and talk a little bit about that right now. Alrighty, so when you first open Teamspeak, you'll be greeted by, of course, this. What you're going to do first off is go over to Tools. You're going to go over to Options. And then over here, once you're on this page, you want to go down to Notifications and do Sounds Deactivated. If not, it will be very annoying every time someone joins the Discord or leaves, or not joins the Discord, every time someone joins the Teamspeak or leaves, it will say a user has disconnected or connected to your channel. And trust me, it's not fun. It's very annoying. So make sure you have Sounds Deactivated here. And for some reason, it doesn't like to save. So after you do Sounds Deactivated, I recommend hitting apply, okay, and then instantly just closing your Teamspeak and restarting it. For some reason, the settings seem to not want to save on Teamspeak sometimes, so I definitely recommend doing that. Next, what you're going to want to do is go over the Tools and then Options, and then from here, again, once we're back onto this section, you're going to want to go over to Capture, I believe. And in here, you're going to want to change your capture mode from voice activity detection to push to talk, and then assign your hotkey. I personally use N just because I'm used to that, having that be my push to talk for most GTA servers. So that's what I use. But again, you can do pretty much anything you want here for your push to talk button, although again, I use N. And again, same thing with the notifications. For some reason, this seems not want to save, so we hit apply here, hit OK, and we're going to go restart Teamspeak once again. We'll go over into Tools again, Options, Capture, and now it's set as push to talk. But for some reason, if you change this while you're already in a server, it will not save sometimes, so make sure to restart your Teamspeak whenever you change these settings. Now, after changing all these settings, you should be pretty much good to go. Of course, you can log into Teamspeak and everything if you want from here, but again, it's not really needed. Now what you want to do is being able to actually join the Teamspeak. Again, if you already are whitelisted, all you have to do is join the Teamspeak and then join the game, and then you should be all good to go and be able to use again your push to talk key that we assigned earlier to talk in game. What you want to do again is go over to Connections. You're going to want to hit connect, or again use the shortcut Control S to connect. Click on that. What you're going to go on to is ts.just-rp.info. Again, this will be in the description as well if you just want to copy it from there. I mean, you can put your nickname if you want. Again, not super needed. And all you're going to have to do here is connect. Now, once you're connected, you should be all good to go. All you have to do is join the server, and it should automatically move you down here. If it does not automatically move you down here, look at this channel and join this channel, and it should be able to move you over here, and you should be all good. Again, when you join the server though, it should automatically connect you to in-game voice, and you should be all set to talk from there. I recommend either having this in your background on another monitor or something similar to that. It doesn't really matter, you don't like to see it while you're in game. And that should be pretty much it with how to physically join and get onto the server, or at least the most part. We went over how to get whitelisted, we went over the Teamspeak. Now, to join the server, the easiest part, of course, is you're just going to go over, of course, to your FiveM, and once your FiveM has started up, all you're going to have to do is hit play, And then at the top up here, just look up JustRP. It should be the first one that shows up. For some reason, our logo and our header is not showing up perfectly right now. Again, that will be fixed in the future. But here, you're going to be able to join the server from there. And that's pretty much it. Again, how to join the server. And then once you join the server, it should automatically move you again from your TeamSpeak channel into the actual in-game TeamSpeak channel. And you should be all set to talk in-game and talk with other players. So that's going to be about it for the setup section of this video. Now, we're going to go into a little bit of a tutorial once you join the server. So again, once you've joined the server off of FiveM, all you're going to do is once everything loads in, again, there will be a notification box here if you are not connected to the TeamSpeak, which we just went over how to connect to the TeamSpeak. Just so you know, if that big notification box does pop up, that's just because you're not connected to the TeamSpeak currently. Next, again, all you want to do is just hit enter, of course. And then usually all these would be empty for you if you are a new player. But again, since we're just doing this tutorial, we're going to create a new character and go through the whole process with you guys. So again, first of all, you're going to go over here, hit new character. And after clicking on that, you're going to enter in your first name, of course. Since this is not going to be our main character, we'll do a good old John Smith. And then for height, we'll just do 180 for now. And then we'll just give him a, let's say, May 12th. 1997. We'll give him that date of birth. We'll do create character again. You can select here male or female. We're going to create a male, so we'll hit create character. Boom, you will be spawned in your apartment. And now make sure you do not right click here. This is the only time where right clicking will really mess you up a little bit. So what you're going to do here is obviously create your character. Now what I recommend doing is going over to padding and going over to 0. This is what you're going to want to do, or 1 for female. So again, if you want to be a male, go over to 1, or if you want to be a female, go over to 1. If you just want to make a custom character, that's pretty much all you're going to want to do. Do not go, because if you keep going, all these are all going to be more already created characters. You're not really going to be able to customize these too much. So if you want to create a custom male character, again, have 1 selected over here for character skins. If you want to create a custom female character, obviously have 1 selected over here. Then after you select that, don't touch any of the face skins. Those can stay the same. Then what you're going to do is go over to clothes, change your clothes up a little bit, you know, look a little nice, change your hair maybe a little bit. Now all of the face customization options you're going to want to go to a barbershop for. You can't really do them too much in here. Again, you can change small stuff like this, like different masks, different watches, obviously your different clothes. Over here you can also select what view you want. So this view is going to view just your face, this view is just going to view your body, and then this is obviously going to view your lower half. So we can switch between those 3 views if you want to customize different aspects of your character. For now, again, we'll just kind of leave it as it is. Again, people will spawn in on you sometimes here if it is your first time in. And so for now, we're just going to go with this. We can always change it later. Just hit escape and then hit save changes. Then boom, we're all good again. This guy there might be some people spawning on you when it's your first time creating a character. This stuff should be hopefully fixed by the time this video is out. Let's exit our apartment though here. And then you're going to be greeted obviously with integrity is where you're going to be coming out. Now I do recommend possibly trying to either borrow a vehicle or call a cab. You should spawn with a phone, I believe, as well as your citizen card. To bring up your phone is just going to be P on your keyboard. It will bring up your phone. Here you can go to Twitter, go over to Yellow Pages, go over to a bunch of different of the apps. Again, you have your contacts, the messages, calls, info about your character, see how much money you have your bank. You can see different licenses you have and a couple other things over here. I definitely recommend going through the phone and checking everything out. So next, since again we don't really have a car right now, we're gonna go find ourselves a car. Again, you can go basically into any local car that is not moving, that is parked, and either try and hotwire it or try and search the car. If you search the car, you can actually get a bunch of different items, so it is worth searching them every once in a while. But if you do search your car first, you're not going to be able to have to hire it, hotwire it. You're gonna have to hotwire it first and then search the car if you want to be able to do both actions. But for now, let's go find ourselves a car and figure that out real quick for some means of transportation. All right, actually, before we go grab a car and everything, I think we should go over some of the basic commands so you guys can get an idea for them. So starting off with kind of the basic character and movement commands, Z or Z on your keyboard will make your character go prone, and then you can obviously crawl around while you're prone. Also, if you're running and you hit Z or Z, you will again do a dolphin dive, which I think is honestly pretty cool. X, if you hit X, will raise your hands up as if you're being robbed or for other different situations, I guess. If you hit Control, your character will crouch and it will toggle between crouching and not crouching. You can also crouch walk around, or if you hold Shift, you can fast crouch walk around. Also, I should have fixed some of my tracksuit before I embarked and left my apartment, since some of my skin is going through it. But if you do change your arms/legs model in clothing stores or when you're creating your character, it will fix that problem as well. Also, it's F1 to bring up your circle wheel, and this is where most of your actions will actually be done at. You can change your gait or your walk style through here. So again, if we wanted to do, let's say, actually there are a lot of them, Gangster 3, so we can walk around like this now. Or if we want to, again, maybe change it to something else, say we're a little tipsy, we'll change it to tipsy, and we walk around a little differently. Or, you know, obviously you'll change this based on what your character is doing. If your character's in a hurry, maybe hurry, we'll walk a little faster, a little differently. Of course, you can use these to really change your character's expression, which I think is really cool. And talking about expressions, well, I'll show you guys some of the expressions in a second. But to remove our mask, what we're going to do is just type T to open up the text menu, do a slash, and then an M0. Take your mask off. If you want to do /M1, it will put your mask back on. You can of course toggle between the two. You can also take and remove your hat with H0 to take your hat off. You can also put your hat back on, again, obviously with H1. And the same thing for glasses with doing /G1. We'll put on glasses if you have glasses. G0 will take off your glasses if you have glasses. You can also take your earpiece off and on with /E1 and /E0. So if you have an earpiece, you should be able to take it off and on with that as well. That's going to be pretty much it for that menu. And then again, with the F1 menu, you can go over here, change your expressions. So if you see my guy's face right there, it's kind of normal. Change to the grumpy, he's a little angry. And then again, we can change it to angry, we can change it to drunk, we can change it to normal. There's a bunch of different ones you can change between to kind of change your character's expression. Also on the F1 menu, there is this general tab. If you click on the general tab, you're going to see most of the actions that you normally use, such as escort, seat and unseating players, flip vehicles, give keys, the emotes menu, which again we'll go into in a second. Then you can also examine vehicles, which again will be changed in the future. I don't think this is currently doing anything, but it will be implemented soon in the future. So again, we'll go into the emotes menu a little bit real quick. So if you click on the emotes menu, it'll bring this up here. You can go through all of the different emotes on the server and kind of use them by obviously hitting enter with your scroll wheel, or not, by hitting enter with your keyboard. You can also scroll through them using the left and right arrow keys. You can also do a bunch of different ones. There are a lot, and you can also bind them by hitting F1 or any keys from F2 to F10. And you can save it with a couple different ways as well, as you can see by the menu on our character. But I think that's gonna be about it for now. Again, you can also cancel emotes by either hitting X to put your hands up and then put them back down, or doing /E space C. So that's pretty much it for all of the basic commands. Again, it also should be caps lock to talk on the radio as shown here if you do have a radio, and then again N or whatever key you set in your TeamSpeak to talk in normal voice. Now again, we're gonna go find ourselves a vehicle, and I'll show you guys how to get started. Alrighty, so we have found a vehicle we want to steal, so we're just gonna go up to hit F to of course get in it. Now we're gonna hit H to try and hotwire it, because unfortunately, of course, since we're a new character, we don't have a lockpick or any more advanced tools to try and get into a car. So let's just try and hotwire it, see if we can get some luck in it here and see what happens. Let's see. Boom, we successfully hotwired this car, so now we're going to be able to drive it around. And what we're going to go do is go over to, I believe, the job center. Is it right here? Yeah, so we're going to go over to the job center and hopefully see if we can get our first job. That's what I recommend doing. There's also a couple other things you might want to check out as a new player. I recommend definitely going to the driving school, which I believe should be right over here. It took me a second to find out, but there should be a driving school right here. I definitely recommend going there, getting your licenses, getting your trucking license. There's a motorcycle license, and I believe, of course, the written license as well. There's a bunch of stuff to explore on the map, but if you are a new player, I definitely recommend going over to the job center and checking it out. Now, before we go into the job center, I don't think we're going to go right there. I'm going to let you guys experience that for yourself. I believe currently we have 4 jobs, and most of them, after you get the job, does not give you kind of a super clear path as to what to do, but most of them will. If you hit F1, and there should be new stuff that pops up here when you have that job. For example, Uber Eats, I believe, is one of the jobs, and if you have that job, all you're gonna have to do after you get the job is hold F1, and it should say start or stop delivery, and you'll be able to start your deliveries here, get a delivery, and obviously go deliver the food and make some money from that. But there are, of course, I think 4 different jobs currently for the job center. Then there are also odd jobs such as garbage collection and a couple other ones that you can also check out. I believe we also have fishing and a couple other things, but again, for now, we have pretty basic jobs, but again, these will be worked on and improved in the future, and hopefully when those do get improved, I will be making videos on all of the improvements and changes we do on the server, or at least the major ones that we do. But I think that's gonna be pretty much it. Again, to start off, those are pretty much all of the basic keybinds you're going to need to know. And again, I really do recommend going over to the job center. It's a great way to start off with a basic job. You can also apply for the EMS and or PD jobs if you want to apply for those, as well as those are whitelisted jobs. You can also create, of course, your own RP and do it that way. We are very open to people creating the business of their own, and we like to support them, of course, if they do show good RP over time. So be sure to think of some creative businesses you could do on your own as well, or with a group of friends. But I do think that is going to be pretty much it. Again, once you join the server, it's pretty much straightforward. I don't want to give too much away. Again, I want to let you guys kind of experience the server for yourselves, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. But hopefully this gave you an idea of how to actually physically join the server, and then a kind of basic starter guide with the basic controls and what you might want to do starting off as a new player. Again, I really recommend going over to the job center, getting your first job, and then kind of figuring it out from there for yourself, as it is, again, a lot of stuff here is really better done if you figure out on your own, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable. And again, there are a lot of hidden features and a lot of hidden stuff that you guys will have to find out, so good luck finding that, and hopefully you guys have fun on the server. I know there was a pretty big influx yesterday when I released that video, or maybe the day after, depending when this video is going up. But either way, I really do hope that you guys have been enjoying the server so much. Again, we are going to really be working for the next months to make sure the server is really where we want to be. Again, pretty happy, honestly, with our launch. It went pretty well. We haven't really had too many bugs. I always try to fix them as fast as we can if there has been many. And yeah, I really do appreciate everyone's support as well, just joining the server, being a part of the server, and all the very, very positive support on the last video. Honestly, it was amazing to see all you guys give all the support for it, and I'm really hoping we can deliver a server that you're happy to be a part of. But I do think that is, again, going to be about it for this video, and hopefully this video helped you if you're having some problems connecting to the server or joining the server. And without further ado, I will see you guys in the next video. Again, if you guys did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.